What's up everybody, my name is Vincent. Welcome to Cryptolution, where we talk about everything under the moon in the crypto universe. Today's Thursday, April 16th. Now in today's video, we're going to be talking about Dog Bitcoin and its recent pump over the past 24 hours. Now you may have noticed that's up over 22%. And it's not just Dog Bitcoin, it's also the Bitcoin ecosystem, meaning fungible tokens on Bitcoin are experiencing a huge surge. Now you must be wondering, where is this capital coming from? Well, I want to share with you my thoughts and opinions on this, and it may be shocking, but it's just a crazy coincidence in terms of the sequence of events that have been playing out ever since we exposed the Binance Ghost Wallet. So let's dive deep into it. Let's look into charting analysis and just understand where Dog Bitcoin stands as of today. As usual, this is a video about focusing on data, not emotions. And we've been talking about this for quite some time. So let's get right into it. Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to join us on X. Please be careful with any scammers down in the comments below. I'll never reach out via WhatsApp, Telegram, direct messaging, or email. So please be careful and invest safely. Guys and girls, let's get right into it. So as you can see, Dog right now is up around 22%. Where's most of the trading volume occurring right now? It's kind of occurring back on Gate.io. So we're seeing more resurgence on Gate as the main dominance in terms of trading volume, meaning this is an overseas exchange. So a lot of the money that you're seeing here is based in Asia. That's just my personal opinion. Now let's look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin really hasn't changed. Bitcoin's only up 0.61%. So usually meme coins don't pump that hard. So let's go over to the meme coin sector, because right now the meme coin sector is in green. Look at everything. Everything is in green. Over 6% for Pudgy Penguins, SPX over 4.3%, Floki up 8%, Dog Whiffhat up 10%. So everything's pretty much up. But the strange thing is that we're seeing Dog all of a sudden just jump out of nowhere. Dog yesterday was below ApeCoin. Now it's climbed out of the 300 ranking and all the way up to 260 ranking. Now let's look into why this is happening. I want to understand what's going on in the Bitcoin ecosystem. So this is the overall Bitcoin ecosystem. This is all the different tokens that are pumping. Now, what have you noticed the most? Check this out. Look at Ordy. So Ordy used to be at around 50 million market cap as of yesterday. Now it's over 189 million market cap. Out of nowhere, it pumped 223%. It's seen over $1 billion in trading volume just in the past 24 hours. Now keep in mind, Ordy has a ton of centralized exchange listings. And what have you noticed the most? The most trading volume that I see right now is happening on Binance. But it's not just Ordy, right? You also have Sats that's also pumping as well. And you also have this random BRC20 token that's up 337%. Called Pizza. Now, what's really interesting is that Dog is one of the very few Rune tokens that's actually pumping within the ecosystem. I think because it is the #1 fungible token on Bitcoin and it's the most active. Now, when we look at Ordy's price, it looks like it's been overbought. Now, the reason I'm pointing this out is if you look at the RSI right here, it looks like it's hitting a previous all-time high that we saw back all the way in December of 2023. So right now, this specific level of buying order is pretty much right around here. So it met that top and I think it's actually peaked, and that means it has to take a breather at some point and retrace back. So you may see a pullback any moment in time and may return back to this purple line. But I want to focus on something else. So all of a sudden we're seeing Ordy pump out of nowhere, okay? Now, when I go on X, you can see here there are no mentions, meaning there are probably people using the ticker symbol Ordy on X, but it's just not showing up. That's why you're not seeing the number of Ordy mentions on X. It's completely absent, which is kind of crazy. But when I was looking on chain based on the Ordinals hot wallet and the Ordinals gas supply, remember the Ordinals hot wallet helps with BRC20 trading. It's been pretty much inactive, meaning you're not seeing that much on-chain transaction volume or on-chain trading or transfers. Is very minimal, but you're seeing a whole bunch of shorts get liquidated within these different exchanges like Binance, OKX, Bybit, KuCoin, Gate.io, and also BitGet. They've experienced over hundreds of thousands of short liquidations, and what happens with short liquidations is that there's a short squeeze, and that pumps the price of that specific token. But nonetheless, I'm not seeing any activity on-chain of people buying Ordy. And this is why I want to bring this up, is because I think the reason why Ordy's pumping and also Dog is pumping, which I'll talk about in a little bit, is because Binance got people to liquidate their assets and they're pumping the price of these specific tokens, especially Ordy. And as I mentioned before, which I'll bring up in a little bit, is that the Binance Ghost Wallet that we pointed out was purposely suppressing the prices of Dog, say for instance. I haven't been paying attention to Ordy, but most likely they were trying to suppress the price of most of these Bitcoin tokens, right? And so right now that they can buy them cheap, they're now pumping the price artificially, and even the 99% of people have not paid attention yet, and they're going to be chasing the pump if they haven't already. So let's focus on Bitcoin meme coins. Remember, I talked about this. Bitcoin meme coins are going to experience their first cycle because we've seen it with Solana, Ethereum, BNB. So next up, it's going to be Bitcoin meme coins. But I guarantee you, not many people are paying attention to this even today when the Bitcoin ecosystem is growing. Look at the long-term holder count on chain. So just on chain, we just reached a new all-time high at 79.3%. That's as of this morning. So on chain, nobody's selling. Everybody's accumulating or hodling. Now, here's the nook and cranny of this video. Now, when I posted this image yesterday, we were at roughly a 76 million market cap. Now, what did we need to see? We needed to see the dog price break above 76 million and cross over the 50-day moving average line. Because if that happens, the 50-day moving average line becomes a support level, and that means that dog price will then show a bullish reversal, which means that bulls start to get in control of the dog price. Because if the 50 days starts to turn upwards, this green line starts to curve upwards, that means this 200-day moving average line curves downwards, and then there will be a golden cross, which is a very, very bullish event. But this was this morning when I woke up, when dog was at 82 million market cap. Dog price did surpass the 50-day moving average, and it broke past a resistance level of around 82 million market cap. Now, the next resistance level is roughly around 90 million. I don't expect it to go straight up, like past 90 million. Maybe there's a retracement. Anything is possible. But what you need to also understand in this image is the sequence of events. Remember, over here on around April 12th, I exposed the Binance ghost wallet that was manipulating the dog price by sending, receiving, and using Gate.io to leverage the dog price to bring it down. Then the day after, I kid you not, that specific wallet manipulated the dog price and capitulated to around 55 million market cap in order to scare retail. But luckily, you guys and girls were paying attention to my videos and you didn't fall for it because you saw what was going on chain. You followed data, not emotions. Then all of a sudden, that wallet, that Binance Ghost wallet, goes dark, meaning there's no activity, there's no transfers. It does nothing, as if it knew that it was caught red-handed. And then all of a sudden, you're seeing the dog price pump up. Isn't that crazy? That's the sequence of events that I'm talking about. This is why I think that Binance is behind the pumping of the Bitcoin ecosystems in terms of tokens. Okay, so this is where dog is at currently in terms of price. Remember, I brought up that within the MACD, we saw that this yellow trend line was trending upwards, meaning that eventually this blue and orange line were heading towards an area that we were ascending upwards and potentially into a buyer's market. And every time that we hop into a buyer's market, it's been always very positive for dog Bitcoin. As you can see, there's dominance here in the buyer's market. That was reflective in the price. Same thing over here, reflective in the price. Same thing over here, reflective in the price. But something I'm paying attention to is the RSI. Now, this is where the RSI is right now for dog. Now, the purple line hasn't really topped just yet. Maybe it has locally because these are local tops. But this could actually go up just a little bit higher, just something that we've seen back over here. So if you kind of pay attention to this line right over here, we saw a top in this section in May 2024, we saw a top here in April 2025. Now, we actually haven't gotten there just yet, but the purple line does have some way to go. Or this could be like a local top very similar to here, very similar to here. We haven't seen this in quite some time. But the yellow line, I think I'm paying attention to that the most because the yellow line will actually show more momentum. The yellow line is actually very low. As you see back over here, the yellow line can actually go up pretty high. You saw it back over here, you saw it over here, and you saw it over here. The yellow line is not out there just yet. That means there's actually upside for dog Bitcoin still, even at this price where dog is pumped over 20%. And this is my personal perspective. Now, let's go and conclude the video. So right now, many people don't believe dog price is going to continue to go up. That's usually how it works. The 99% usually just watch from the sidelines because they're like, okay, I see that dog's going up, I see that Ordy's going up. There's no point in me putting my money into these specific tokens because it's most likely going to pull back. And Binance probably knows this, right? Binance is basically wanting to buy tokens on the cheap, distribute them into different intermediary wallets, and then when the time comes when these tokens reach new all-time high levels into the multi-billions of dollars, then they start to sell off those assets and use retail as exit liquidity. So these are the sequence of events that we're seeing happening right now. But again, most people don't believe it. You are actually the 1% of people that buy into this token. Dog, by the way, doesn't even account for 0.01% of Bitcoin's market cap. Right now it's 0.007, much lower than any of the top meme coins on other chains like Solana, Ethereum, BNB. Some of those tokens are 1% and even 2% higher. So with that said, I hope that this video has been very informational. The whole point of this video is to be focused on data, not emotions, right? I'm not even emotional when I see dog pump 20%. I don't really get into that whole euphoria phase just yet. Euphoria is when you start to hit into the hundreds of millions up to the billions of dollars. So if you're paying attention, you are at the exact right moment to have as much exposure to dog, even at this price point right now. Dollar cost average every single day, if it's $10 or more, this is the point in confirmation that Bitcoin meme coins are going to be the next new meta. And that's why you're starting to see a surge in Bitcoin meme coins and Bitcoin ecosystem interest compared to Solana and Ethereum. But people don't know that. They're just not seeing it. So hopefully this video is very helpful. Make sure to share this video with other people so that they can be educated and stay informed to what everything is going on with this specific token. So before we end this video, I want to thank our sponsors, C2 Blockchain and Trucker Biff. Make sure to smash up that like button, subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to join us on X to receive all of our alpha calls and updates regarding Dog of the Moon. Till then, see you guys girls next time.